Now, I've been told that this is a segment that makes people yearn for the joys of yesteryear when this segment didn't exist, okay? Here's Trtan back time.
All right.
June 2nd, 1887, U.S. President Grover Cleveland marries Miss Frances Folsom in the White House at 21 years old. She is the youngest U.S. First Lady. Cleveland was 49 years old. He was the second U.S. president to wed while in office and the only president married in the White House. Their first child, Ruth Cleveland, was born between his terms as U.S. president and became an instant media sensation. She was known popularly as Baby Ruth, and that is who the candy bar is named after. It's not named after Babe Ruth because they would have had to pay him money.
Oh, okay.
So that is Baby Ruth.
Baby Ruth.
Happy birthday to Martha Washington, originally Martha Dandridge. Born June 2nd, 1731, American First Lady, wife of President George Washington. She is the only actual woman to appear on a U.S. banknote, appearing on the 1891 $1 silver certificate, and she and George Washington appeared together on an 1896 $1 silver certificate. June 3rd, 1937, the Duke of Windsor marries American divorcee Mrs. Wallace Warfield Simpson. He gave up his throne as King Edward VIII in 1936 to marry her, becoming the Duke of Windsor. His brother then became King George VI. Yes.
Okay. Oh, so I was thinking King Henry VIII, the evil one.
That's the evil one. That's
way before. Okay.
Yeah. And a happy birthday to Chuck Barris, born June 3rd, 1929, American television producer. And on TV, you may remember The Dating Game, The Newlywed Game, and he was on The Gong Show, which was an absolute crazy, there's the mallet in his hand to hit the
Gong.
Yeah. All right. This is about the first man-made object to achieve sustained flight. That was June 4th, 1783. Brothers Joseph and Jacques Montgolfier launch an unmanned 33-foot diameter hot air balloon in France for a 10-minute flight covering 1.2 miles with heights up to 6,600 feet. All right? They had tested their first balloon the previous year. During that previous flight, they lost control of the balloon, and when it landed, it alarmed villagers, and they attacked it with pitchforks and stones.
Not the greeting they were hoping for.
No, I don't think so. Happy birthday to John Drew Barrymore. All right, John Blythe Barrymore Jr. Born June 4th, 1932, American actor, son of John Barrymore and father of Drew Barrymore. He's the one in the middle there, right. In 1980, he swiped his father's body from its grave in order to fulfill his father's wish for cremation, even though his father's will specified cremation. When he died in 1942, his body was entombed by the deceased's brother due to religious beliefs. June 5th, 1994, 10-year-old Michael Carney receives his bachelor's degree in anthropology from the University of South Alabama. Carney got his high school diploma at the age of 6 and associate degree at the age of 8. At the age of 14, he obtained a master's degree in chemistry at Middle Tennessee State University. At age 18, he obtained his master's degree in computer science at Vanderbilt University. He won $1 million on the AOL game Gold Rush in 2006, but only $25,000 on Who Wants to Be a Millionaire in 2008.
What?
Yeah, he was also contestant on $1 Million Password in 2009, but he didn't pass the elimination round. But you look at all of his accomplishments.
Oh my gosh, right?
Yeah, and you go, boy, I missed the boat on that one.
What was his mom eating?
I don't know.
He's a genius.
Happy birthday to Christy Brown, born June 5th, 1932. Irish author, artist, born with cerebral palsy. His left foot was the only part of his body not affected by paralysis. The 1989 movie, My Left Foot, was based on his 1954 autobiography, which he typed with his left foot.
On a typewriter?
Yes, there you see him working.
What? That's crazy. Good for him.
All right, and Mighty Mouse is accused of drug abuse on June 6, 1988. I remember this. The cartoon mouse is accused of drug abuse by the American Family Association for allegedly sniffing cocaine on a recent episode. The producers claimed that he was sniffing flowers that had been crushed by a bully. Okay, and they got him off.
Sounds like the poppy fields in Wizard of Oz. Where they all
kind of, yeah. But he did. He had the crushed flowers in his hand and did one of those kind of things.
Okay.
And so they said, nah, that looks. I remember I saw it.
A little too, uncanny.
Happy birthday to Nathan Hale, born June 6, 1755. American Revolution officer. While being hanged by the British as a spy, he's the one who proclaimed, "I only regret that I have but one life to lose for my country." And finally, all right, what do you call somebody with no body and no nose?
Okay, what do I call somebody with no body and no nose? A ghost?
No, nobody knows.
There we go. That was good. Charlie added into the ring senseless.
Yes.
So, well, that was good. I honestly wish I could be here for every Trtan back time because
that's very nice.
You find the most interesting facts, but then you've got the pictures to go along with it, which I really appreciate because I'm a visual learner.
I'm the same way.
Yeah.
I
How do you find some of these things from 1735 and?
You just have. Well, there are different websites and things like that. You can look around and you find interesting things, and you go, "Ew, that's the one." You know, because it's like you can go with easy ones. You know, oh, that's the day we first stepped on the moon.
Right.
A lot of people already know that.
Yeah.
But going back and finding out, like the thing I found interesting was that's Baby Ruth. That's where we get the candy bar Baby Ruth. And it was named after her after she had already passed away.
Really?
Yeah.
Another thing we've learned. Thank you, Tom.